Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Cry Aloud Messengers, and I am your host, Sister Edith Zombe. Today our study is about another angel to the three angels message. Here, brethren, we want to see who is this other angel, what message is coming with this other angel, which is coming to unite with the three angels message. We read from the Bible, from Revelation 18 verse 1 to 4. It reads, "And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." Here, brothers and sisters, we see an angel coming down from heaven, having great power. And when the angel came down, we see the earth being lightened with his glory. And this angel was having a message calling the people of God to come out of Babylon. Here, brothers and sisters, we see that this other angel that is coming down from heaven, having glory and having power, it is the message of the loud cry. Fainter cry in the church. We read from Testimonies for the Church, volume 6, page 401. It reads, "Thus will the truth be brought into practical life, and thus will be answered the prayer of Christ uttered just before his humiliation and death, that they all may be one, as thou, Father, art in me, and I in thee, that they also may be one in us, that the world may believe that thou hast sent me." John 17, verse 21. The love of Christ, the love of our brethren, will testify to the world that we have been with Jesus and learned of him. Then will the message of the third angel swell to a loud cry, and the whole earth will be lightened with the glory of the Lord. Here, brothers and sisters, as I have already said, that the message that is coming with the angel, it is the message of the loud cry. Here we see that this message that is coming with the angel, before it swells into a loud cry, it starts in the church today as a fainter cry. It starts in the church today as a fainter cry, which is being preached today. The fainter cry, which is the message of the hour, the present truth that will unite the people of God today, preparing them to preach this loud cry message, as the quotation has told us, that this message, it will prepare the people of God to stand, to preach the loud cry message. Revival and Reformation. We read from Review and Herald, April 1, 1890. The prophet declares, "And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory." Brightness, glory, and power are to be connected with the third angel's message, and conviction will follow wherever it is preached in demonstration of the Spirit. How will any of our brethren know when this light shall come to the people of God? As yet, we certainly have not seen the light that answers to this description. God has light for his people, and all who will accept it will see the sinfulness of remaining in a lukewarm condition. They will heed the counsel of the true witness when he says, "Be zealous therefore, and repent. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him and he with me. Here, brothers and sisters, we see that the Church of God today needs revival and reformation we see that the Church of God today needs revival and reformation, as inspiration tells us that the Church of God has stopped following Christ, but it is steadily retreating towards Egypt. We see that today there are so many things that are happening, that are being done in the Church of God. So many abominations that are being done in the Church of God. That is why we say that there is a fainter cry that is being done in the Church of God, that will prepare a people that is going to sound, that is going to preach the loud cry message, calling out the people of God to come out of Babylon. Thus, before that happens, the message of the hour, the message of Elijah, which is calling for revival and reformation, it is the one that we need today. It is the one that we need to take heed of it, to live up to the standard, to live up to the message that is being preached today in the Church of God. Because you will see that today there is no difference between the world and the church. Most of the things that are being done in the world, they are also done in the Church of God. There we see that the ladies, when they come to church, they'll be wearing miniskirts, the heads are not covered, the shoulders are not covered. Even men, you see some haircuts on their heads, it's just something else. And even the women ordination in the Church of God, gay marriages, all these things needs the people of God to cry and sigh for all these abominations. We see that only overcomers will be the ones who are going to preach the loud cry message. We read from Review and Herald, November 9, 1908. It reads, "The third angel's message is to lighten the earth with its glory, but only those who have withstood temptation in the strength of the Mighty One will be permitted to act a part in proclaiming it when it shall have swelled into a loud cry." As we have already said, brothers and sisters, that this message of the loud cry, which came to the Church of God in 1930, it first starts in the Church of God as a fainter cry, the Elijah's message, the present truth message, which is being preached today, preparing the people of God, the message that will prepare the people of God who are going to preach the loud crying message of Revelation 18. And these overcomers which are being said here are the ones who are going to have the seal of God, the ones who are going to escape the slaughter of Ezekiel 9, the ones who are crying and sighing today for the abominations that are being done in the Church of God. The loud cry. We'll read from Testimonies for the Church, volume 6, page 406. It reads, "We are to throw aside our narrow, selfish plans, remembering that we have a work of the largest magnitude and highest importance. In doing this work, we are sounding the first, the second, and the third angel's messages, and are thus being prepared for the coming of that other angel from heaven, who is to lighten the earth with his glory." Here, brothers and sisters, we see that the ones who are going to preach the loud cry message are the ones who are living up to the standard, who are living up to the light that we have already received, which is the first angel's message, the second and the third angel's message. The ones who are going to accept this other angel, which is coming to unite with the three angels' messages, that is going to swell into a loud cry. To give power and force. We read from Early Writings, page 277. It reads, I saw angels hurrying to and fro in heaven, descending to the earth, and again ascending to heaven, preparing for the fulfillment of some important event. Then I saw another mighty angel commissioned to descend to the earth, to unite his voice with the third angel, and give power and force to his message. Great power and glory were imparted to the angel, and as he descended, the earth was lightened with his glory. The light which attended this angel penetrated everywhere, as he cried mightily with a strong voice, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of evils, and the hold of every fowl, and cage of every unclean and hateful bird. The message of the fall of Babylon is given by the second angel, is repeated with the additional mention of the corruptions which have been entering the churches since 1844. The work of this angel comes in at the right time to join in the last great work of the third angel's message, as it swells to a loud cry, and the people of God are thus prepared to stand in the hour of temptation, which they are soon to meet. I saw a great light resting upon them, and they united to fearlessly proclaim the third angel's message. Here, brothers and sisters, we see that this angel that descended from heaven, it was having a great power. This angel, as the quotation has already told us, that this angel is coming to unite with the three angels' messages in order to give power and force to the three angels' messages. In other words, this is simply telling us that the three angels' message, it does not have power on its own. That's why it needs this other angel which is coming to unite with it, so that it can have power and force, and then it will swell into a loud cry. The quotation also told us that this angel that came with this power, that came with this loud crying message, it is also here to prepare a people that is going to stand during the time of the mark of the beast, a people who are going to stand when the four winds are being let loose, while they are preaching the loud cry message. A clear conception of truth. We read from Testimonies for the Church, volume 6, page 406. It reads, as never before, we should pray, not only that laborers may be sent forth into the great harvest field, but that we may have a clear conception of truth, so that when the messenger of the truth shall come, we may accept the message and respect the messenger. This, brethren, it must be our prayer that may God help us, so that we must have a clear conception of the truth. This will help us also, that when the messengers of truth come to us with the message of the hour, we will be able to accept the message and then respect the messenger. Conclusion of the matter. This other angel is the message of the loud cry of Revelation 18. We also see that this message of the loud cry is to begin in the church as a fainter cry to prepare a people who will sound the loud cry of Revelation 18. The other angel gives the three angels' message power and force as it swells into a loud cry. We also see that only overcomers who will receive the seal of God will proclaim the loud cry message. For more information, contact the admins at Cry Aloud Messengers. God bless.